Luke chapter 14 verses 13 and 14. When you give a feast, invite the poor, the maimed, the lame and the blind, and you will be blessed because they cannot repay you. You will be repaid at the resurrection of the just. So we see that when we are doing things, we have to do it to help those who are weak, those who are downtrodden, those who are marginalized, those who are shunned by society, those who need our help, those who are desolate, destitute. So we have to reach out, get out of our comfort zones and help those people. It is not easy, but when we help them, it is as if we are helping God. They may not be able to repay us, but at the end of times, when we are resurrected, the Lord will repay that good which we have done for others. Father Richard Thomas was in charge of the Jesuit mission at Mesquite in New Mexico. They were meditating on this passage, and the parishioners and Father Thomas decided that particular Christmas they wanted to do something for others and not just for themselves. So they decided to share their Christmas lunch with those in need. They came to know that around 120 people are living in a garbage dump just into near the border of Mexico, in Mexico, in the country of Mexico. So they decided to go cross the border from United States, go into Mexico and feed these people on Christmas Day. So whatever they had prepared for themselves for Christmas lunch, they packed. Some of them packed a little extra. One person, he made some 25 sandwiches. Another lady packed bags of candy. Father Thomas himself, decided to sponsor a large ham. So whatever they could, the maximum of their ability, they packed and they went into this country of Mexico. Even before reaching the place, they were able to smell the stench of the garbage. It was so strong. But there were very poor people there who didn't have anything. So, they picked that garbage and they lived there only, and whatever they could find in that garbage only they would eat and survive. So once they saw their van arriving, all the people were very excited. Father Thomas and his parishioners, they set up some folding tables and they put whatever little food they had on those tables. A few people gathered and they gave them the food. But soon word got around that free food was available there, and more came. Instead of what they expected, about 120 people, about 400 500 people suddenly showed up, and they didn't know where to go for food. They were serving the sandwiches and whatever bags of candy they had. Children kept coming up, and not only did they eat there, they were carrying the food and going to their homes. They wanted to save up as much of food as they could for the next few days. So some people came and then they ran back. They left the food at home. Again they came back, and Father Thomas was getting very worried, and children were running from all over and asking for bags of candy. And Father Sunny turned to Sister Jean and he said, "Sister Jean, don't just give away candy bags like that. We don't know whether we have enough." And Sister Jean said, "No, Father, it seems that we have enough for all of them." And they kept on serving. everybody. Finally, at the evening, they decided to pack up and go up home. And he did not understand what had happened. And they didn't even understand and realize how many people they had fed, and still food was left over. Not just a little food, there was enough food left over for them to take and feed two orphanages. They had so much of food. They didn't even take so much of food to the place. But when they finished and packed up, they found so much of food was there, and they took this food, gave it to one orphanage. They had still had more food, and they took it and gave it to another orphanage, and everybody was fed. Only that night they realized that this was a miracle. God had blessed their food and fed hundreds and hundreds of people when they had taken only enough food to feed around 120 people. God used to feed more than 1,000 people. So, when we want to help the poor, when we start helping the poor, when we go with that eagerness, the Lord will bless us and multiply us. Multiply whatever we want to give. So sometimes we may be planning, okay, I can help this person. Another person may come and ask us. We may think that we may not be able to help them. We don't have enough funds. But suddenly we will see that the Lord has provided for us enough to share with them also. From my own experience, I can say that, many things that I share, especially clothes, I don't know how my wardrobe and closet is always overflowing. Every month we would try and give away something to some orphanage. From when I was a small child, my mom always used to send clothes to orphanages, to the village children. We had so many people coming to our house every month, and always my mommy would never let them go empty handed till today. But still, our house will be overflowing. So, remember, when we give, God will always provide for us so that we can give more. Remember, God loves us so much. Let us share God's unconditional and unlimited love with others.